So then I was like, apple picking? Why are we gonna go apple picking? We're gonna pay somebody to go to their field, right? And they got trees and there's a lot of families around, and they're like posing and they're wearing the flannel, and we're gonna pick up some apples. We're gonna pull them off the tree. Oh, look, this aisle here, this is the crab apple aisle. Oh, what's that one over there? Oh, it's the pink lady aisle. Why am I gonna do that?
Well, but it's fall, and it's a wonderful, team building exercise type of thing, where...
I actually do not want to go as well. The last time that I was on a farm, bad things happened to me. You know, it was like a bad situation, all the way around.
Yeah, okay, so you're a frog, okay? I'm a pig, and you want to talk about bad situations at farms? Do you know what they tried to feed me the last time I went to one of these things? Slop, okay? It's just slop. I stood in line for 45 minutes to get some apple cider donuts, and as soon as I got to the front of the line, they said, "Sorry, sir, but you're gonna have to go over there to that trough."
Well,
what? Are you kidding me?
So that was a bad situation, and I agree. Now, in defense of the person, you wouldn't speak. You were just staring at them holding a bag of donuts, and I think that you confused them, maybe scared them.
Now, hold on, Aloysius. Hey, everybody, it's me, Rufus T. Rufus, and Aloysius, you don't have to say another word, because what Mr. Bumpercar over here has decided to do is victim blame. You see, he sits up there on his high perch, looking down at the rest of us and just casting his judgment. Oh, you did it wrong. You know, it wasn't a bad situation. You did it wrong. And so, Aloysius, if you would like, I can handle this whole situation.
Hi, Rufus. And I hope I wasn't doing that. If I was, I'm very sorry. It wasn't intentional. I was just trying to add a little bit of perspective, a little bit of background to the story, because I was, there, and I ended up actually having to purchase the bag of donuts after Aloysius threw them on the ground and stomped on them and walked away. So I spent 45 minutes in line, spent $18 on a bag of donuts, and then they were ruined. And the thing is, they wouldn't even let me go back out and grab another bag, so I would have bought two, the ruined ones, fine, I'll pay for that. But then I would have gone out and gotten, some that I could eat, but they would not let me. And anyway, okay, bad situation.
Yeah, okay. So if we're all telling our bad situation stories, then I want to tell mine as well, because the one I went to, and I'm obviously really heated right now, I'm very angry, but it was this giant farm, and they had inflatables, and they had a corn maze, and they had all kinds of fun stuff. Oh, look, there's face painting, everything, and they only had one porta potty, and I had to go, and the line just stretched the entire way through the corn maze and over to this snack stand. It was just not fun. It was a bad situation for me.
Sounds like it was a terrible situation. It sounds like it was a poorly managed festival or whatever, you was at. I mean, one porta potty? You're lucky, though. You're lucky you didn't stand in line the whole time and you get up to the actual porta potty and somebody's like, oh, sorry, frog. You gotta go over there. Go find yourself a swamp. Maybe a lily pad or something like that.
Yeah, now, we are really creeping into kind of a territory that I call, you could say it's biased. Like, people are biased against pigs or frogs or whatever it may be. And there are laws in the books of laws about such things. And if you ever run against any of this stuff, you gotta let me know, because I will be there hotter than a bucket of rice.
Okay. Yes. That is what it kind of sounds like, and it sounds like a terrible situation, but also, and I agree that you should go to Rufus or myself or somebody and we can try to help. But also, you really threw me off at the end when you said hotter than a bucket of rice? Is that what we went with?
Yeah, I never heard hotter than a bucket of rice. I heard as confused as three little mice, but I think that's probably for a different situation.
Yeah. How do you get, is the bucket hot or is the rice hot? And if so, is it like cooked rice, or how do you get the rice to be hot? And is it like steaming hot, or is it just like, is it like a stir fry kind of situation? Or did you go somewhere with your bucket and maybe they put hot rice in it? Like, what exactly are we doing with this here?
The more I hear y'all talking about it, the more confused I'm getting. Because hotter than a bucket of rice. I don't know if that's exactly the simile or the homily or the analogy or the metaphor or the whatnot or the what for or the whatever that I wanted to say. And I'm not even sure that it did the job that I needed it to, of conveying exactly what I was trying to get across.
I don't.
If you catch my drift.
Well, I think that is actually, I'm honestly very proud of you that you were able to let us know that maybe the thing that you said, the random confusing thing that you said.
Yeah, watch it now, Bumpercar.
Yeah, sorry. But the thing that you said, that maybe it didn't make sense. I think we need more of that on this podcast. I think we have to figure out a system. Not that we call everybody out on everything, but at least acknowledge that sometimes random stuff comes out that derails the episodes and doesn't entirely make sense even a tiny bit. And also, I'm trying to think, is it an analogy, a metaphor, hotter than a bucket of rice? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Weren't we gonna hire, whatever happened to, you were gonna hire that grammar wizard, I think it was? He came in, he put in his application, the best application I've ever seen. It was perfect. But whatever, is that still just floating through HR or something?
We're trying to figure out compensation, just all the stuff. But yeah, we would very much love to have a grammar wizard here to, because I know an analogy is a comparison of things. I think I don't know. I can't think of an analogy. This is like that. No. And a metaphor is Like if I'm like, pig, you have a heart of gold. I think that's a metaphorical, I think. I don't know. I'm really confused.
I don't want to step in here because I know it's not usually my part, but I think that the bucket of hot rice is more of like an idiom.
What did you just call me? I will not accept it. Not on air, not on the podcast, not even if we was just sitting across the table from one another. Mr. Frog, you take it back.
He said idiom.
Yeah, well, I got ears and I'm sitting right here. Now you're gonna come jumping in. I offered to help both of y'all earlier with y'all situations at these farms, and now all of a sudden y'all throwing around, insults. I'm gonna leave. Is what I'm gonna do. Good day to you all.
All right. Bye. No, he's already gone. All right. That was just confusion. You were saying idiom, which I think you might be right, producer. But again, I don't really know. I'm gonna go just out on a limb and say that I have no idea really whatsoever.
Okay, anyway, so did everybody to see the flyer that I put one up in the kitchen? I put one up next to the door to the bathroom, and I sent it around in the into headquarters messaging, but I didn't get any response. So did everybody get the flyer that I made?
I haven't checked my inbox, but I will. And let's see here, recording, and okay. Oh, look at this. What is this?
It's a thing I'm putting together. It's like a team building exercise, but we're gonna actually go pumpkin picking. We're gonna go to a field. We're gonna get pumpkins so that we can put them out for fall.
Wait, the whole episode was about how the apple picking and you hated it and the bad things happened.
No.
I don't understand.
It's completely different situation from apple picking. All right, this is pumpkin picking.
Totally different. Totally.
Oh, my brain.
The Bumper Podcast is an oftentimes hilarious weekly romp with Natty Bumpercar and some of his pals. It is family-friendly, clean, and ridiculous. Thanks a bundle for listening. If you love our show and you'd like to help support the podcast, check out our Patreon page at https://www.patreon.com/Natty Bumpercar. Also, pretty please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Share it with everyone everywhere, post about it on all of the social medias, or leave a rating and review. The Bumper Podcast is produced at headquarters in Coffee Can Alley. It's recorded, mixed, and produced by Producer. The Bumper Podcast features contributions from Aloysius J. Pig, Rufus T. Rufus, Doodle Poodle, Robot, Trunks, and a gaggle of other silly rascals. Our head talker is probably Natty Bumpercar. We also have an absurd newsletter. Check it out and subscribe at nattybumpercar.com/subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Natty Bumpercar. Hugs and hearts. See you soon.